Too early.
I think I got it, though. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Quarantine Diaries, episode 24.
Ken Griffey Jr.
It is Ken Griffey Jr. In studio, as always, we have my co-host, Connor Hazelton. Connor, how's it going?
I feel good. We have a nice little Johnstown reunion here, and all is right in the world.
I agree. Also in studio, we have everybody's favorite guest, Andy Gianta. Andy, how's it going?
Wonderful. I want to say real quick, anybody who goes to Pitt Johnstown always jokes about the Johnstown floods. It's not like we're joking, but it's serious because it actually was that bad. But Max the other day was talking to some lady at work, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I grew up in Johnstown," and she was talking about, and then she honestly just started talking about the flood. She was like, "It used to be a great city. Then the flood of '77 just pretty much wiped us out, and we're still kind of recovering. So now with all this," she was talking about the virus now. And I was like,
can't catch a
I was
break.
like, dude, it's
They can't.
yeah, people think we're joking, but it's. I mean, those floods fucking ruined Johnstown.
Oh my gosh, horribly designed city. I mean, you couldn't have picked a worse design for a city.
Never stood a chance.
Never stood a fucking chance.
Guess what? Still not going to stop me from making jokes about it.
No, dude,
Oh, no.
we're always gonna be on it.
And also in studio, we have fellow UPJ alum of Andy, Chris Ward. Chris.
Two-time Chris Ward to you, sir.
Second time. Thanks for having me. Happy to be here. Andy, at some point, needs to show him how Johnstown does it. That's all.
No, Andy, we're just having a show, man. Just go ahead and leave. That's fine.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me. I'll see you guys later.
All right, Connor, do you have any segments before we get into this week's topic?
I think we should try and do another impromptu group top 10 from yesterday because that upset the masses.
It did. It really did.
We got a lot of pushback, more so from Thomas. I thought he was fine, but people apparently do not like Three Musketeers.
Man,
Trash.
I don't like Three Musketeers either. I'm not going to hate on the pick.
I've got the top 10. So, Ward, since you clearly didn't watch yesterday's show, which is fine.
unfortunately, I did not know.
We're going to do a group top 10 where it's like a trust exercise.
Okay, trust fall.
Today, we're going to do the top 10 numbers.
Top 10 numbers, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a range?
I'd say a jersey number.
Okay.
Okay.
Who would like to start? Kyle.
Okay. This one. So it's based off jersey numbers then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
So I'm going to go kind of hockey related, but it's the most common number used in hockey by superstars everywhere. I'm going to go 19. You'll see a lot of centers rocking that.
it.
Yeah.
John Arcangelo, Franklin Regional's finest, number 19.
Yeah.
Shout out John Arcangelo.
Relax.
Don't shout him out.
Why not?
Andy, let's go with you now.
I really like the number 55. I think it works really well with linebackers in football, but also
Centers.
No, I was gonna say not just centers, but point guards. You see Jason Williams, 55. I think Mo Williams used to rock 55.
And Sergei Gonchar, great defenseman.
Sergei Gonguch. I love Gonchar.
Ward, you are up.
Well, I guess you would have to go with 23. I mean, it's kind of a slam dunk. 23's got to be.
Oh, unintended.
You making jokes.
Like that. Big time jokes.
Off the top of his head.
I like
23.
that.
We got to go with 23. I mean, it's just an iconic number. But
I'm going to dip down into the no, not yet. Let's go with 33. Good basketball number, good running back number, like a home run hitting first baseman who hits 250, strikes out a lot. Can also be used as a hockey goalie.
I like it.
What's a notable? I'm trying to think of any notable 33s besides.
Patrick Wall, Larry Bird, Chad Bowman,
the big three.
Michael Owens, another
Michael Owens.
Another
Mount Rushmore of 33s.
You know it, baby.
Yeah, that's solid.
I mean, I'm just gonna name
What number on the top 10 list is this?
6.
6. All right, for 6, I think I'm gonna go 7. Big Ben, Mike Vick. I'm sure several others.
Yeah.
Mickey Mantle,
Paul Martin.
Carmelo.
Yeah, the first couple guys were both supposed to go to prison. At least Ben probably should have, but
Well, you know.
yeah.
Andy,
I like it.
you're up.
Mm, I think the number 1.
Wow, I thought that was going to be the best number. Wow.
I didn't realize we're doing a top 10. I
Nope,
blew that.
Well, we can move them around.
No, we can't. No, we can't. This is
No.
nope.
Okay.
Nope. Wow.
I
Wow.
have a number 1, I think.
Now we upset Matt. Ward, you are up now.
All right, I'm going with 84. Great wideout number, Randy Moss. AB before he went crazy.
Yep.
It's a good number. It's a good look on a wideout.
It's not very versatile, though. You can't use it in baseball or basketball.
Yeah, that's why it's not like in the top 5. What is this, number 6 or 5? Or is it in the
That's
top?
number
The top 4. It's 4.
4.
We've gone a long way. I'm not been keeping.
Idiot.
Exercise is not going well. I'm just going to get my number in. Number 3, I'm going 12. The all-time quarterback number, good baseball number, solid like point guard number. John Morant,
Connor Hazelton.
Tom
There
Brady.
you go.
Boom, there it is. Big Kyle, the second best number is what?
I think this one's kind of easy. It shouldn't be number 1, but it catches your eye every time, makes you laugh. I'm going 69 as a jersey number. Gronk wearing it in practice every single time. Not sure of too many other players that wore 69, but if you did, that's how you make some headlines. So just
Jared
a great number.
Big fan of any lineman that wears 69. They know how to have a good time. They have good sense of humor.
Tip your cap to them.
All right, Andy,
Yep.
the best number ever is what?
Fuck, man.
It's tough.
A lot of pressure.
I'm gonna go. I don't know. Can somebody else pick? This is ridiculous.
0.
I was going to say 3.
0 is the winner. So the top 10 numbers we have 10 to 1.
That was great. That was a good one.
19, 55, 23, 33, 7, 1, 84, 12, 69, 0. What a mishmash crew we have there.
It's debatable if 0 is even a number, but it's a conversation
We
for
try.
another day.
Another day.
But now for today's main segment. The show Family Guy. You've all seen it. All of you. You've seen it, you've seen it, you've seen it, and you've seen it. So those like $15 charts going around the internet. Everyone's seen them. We made one for Family Guy characters, and we're going to use up those $15 on a draft, essentially, like an auction draft in fantasy. I probably should post the list of people because I haven't done that yet. But we can just say it as is, as we go. Is that fair?
Sure.
We're not very organized. Or I can just
You
read
have
through.
Do you have to draft one from each tier? Or
No.
can
Like you could
No,
spend
whatever-
all $15 on 3 $5 characters if you wanted to.
Oh, so we don't even have to have 5 characters.
No, just spend your money as you please.
Oh,
But when
geez.
somebody's taken, they're off the board.
Yeah,
Can I find a cock-sucking pen, please?
I'm just gonna go through the names really quickly. For the $5 range, we have Peter, Stewie, Brian, and Quagmire. The $4 bin, we have Chris, Mayor West, Carter, Peter, Schmidt, and Lois. $3, we have Meg, Joe, Herbert, Mort Goldman. Shout out Mort. $2, we have Cleveland, Tom Tucker, Dr. Hartman, James Wood, Neil Goldman, and Bruce. $1, we have Jerome, Seamus, sorry, my apologies.
Seamus.
There's no H's name, which throws me for a loop. Angela, Greased Up Deaf Guy, Ernie the Giant Chicken, Death, and Ida/Dan Quagmire, Quagmire's dad. Ward, you strike me as a big James Woods fan.
James Woods is hilarious.
So
He is
funny.
He is hilarious. He's a great addition. Every time he's in an episode, it's fantastic.
Ooh, piece of candy. First
Ooh, piece of candy.
Ooh. Who wants the first pick? Do you want it, Andy?
Yeah.
Give it to him.
I never
No
did it.
hats.
It's Kyle.
Always is Kyle.
How many Kyles you put in that hat?
I haven't seen Kyle any higher than top 2 pick in the 3 drafts that I've done.
Second
Feels
pick.
good.
Feels good.
You're a snake.
It's Nigel.
Literally the snake every time.
Lord.
Number 2, eh?
All right, Andy. Do you want third or the snake?
At this point, I'd probably rather just have a snake.
Well, you got third.
He gets the.
Just always get shafted.
Shaft.
Just do.
He's down.
All right, so there's no like limit on how many players you can, how many characters you can have on your squad. You just have to use up your $15.
And no repeats, right?
Repeats. So if Kyle were to take Mort Goldman here, Mort Goldman's off the board.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go just easy $5 pick, get it out of the way. Peter Griffin. I like the combo of Stewie and Brian. Like the Stewie and Brian episodes are easily my favorites, but Peter can carry any scene all by himself. It's a
I'm back.
Yeah.
true main character. So I'm gonna
back. What did I
Griffin $5.
Peter's off the board.
Okay, yeah, I could have seen that coming. Grand season, knew that one was coming. So I'm up. Or are we still talking about it?
No, you're up. You're up. Have at it.
We're going with Stewie, number 2.
Good pick. Good pick.
Had to go with Stewie.
Yeah. Great. He's the only one that like is close to Peter, I think.
Yeah, he's the close number 2. I mean, he's just he's so funny in these, and at most of the episode they drive. He's so good.
I think those 2 are the unanimous top 2.
Yeah.
After that, though, I don't know, man.
Anybody's ball game.
After that, yeah, it's a toss up. It's just personal preference at that point.
I think this one's tough. I'm gonna go with. It sucks. Like, I feel like you're like these top picks. You're thinking about people that are like mainstays, like on every episode. So but this guy cracks me up every fucking time. It's Mayor West. I'm gonna get Mayor West.
I love it, Andy.
$4.
Yeah.
He is so fucking funny. R.I.P. too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
So I'm up now, and I'm going big game hunting. I'm going back-to-back $5. I'm going Brian and Quagmire. I love how they both fucking hate each other. They always fight. They always make for a good time. So I have $5.
That is really good point. I do love the Brian and Quagmire interactions a lot.
It's so funny.
The best one for that was another character on here. Dan Quagmire becomes a woman, and then at the end, Quagmire beats the shit out of Brian. And as he's standing at the door, he goes, "Hey, Quagmire, I fucked your dad." That is the best, dude. Oh my god.
You are up.
Back to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick in the $4 range. Give me Carter Pewterschmidt.
Yeah, I fucking love him. He's so funny.
So fucking funny.
I like that.
Unbelievable.
Shit.
He's like low key my favorite character. He is so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is so funny.
When he makes fun of Lois for being Jew.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. He's like Lois. Here's like what does he say? Like $1, and it'll give you. He's like salmon. There's salmon over here. That's
Nigel, you're up, fella.
all right. I'm gonna save myself a few dollars here. I'm gonna go in the $2 range, and we're going with Tom Tucker.
Love Tom
Right,
Tucker.
right.
Tom Tucker. The line I fell in love with him was, and now we go to Trisha Takanawa, who's gonna tell us all about the rain.
My favorite Tom Tucker line is when he was talking about like a drug bust, and they found like 5 pounds of cocaine here in Quahog, which is funny because my guy can't get dick.
That's great. Am I up?
And his son with the upside down face.
It's so funny.
Oh my god!
Do you remember? Wait, I love whenever. Oh man, when Brian and Stewie are chaperoning the dance, and Chris and Tucker's son get caught drinking.
Yep.
And Brian and Stewie go over to talk to Tom about it, and tell him what happened, whatever. And Stewie's like, Brian, for the love of God, don't mention anything about his son's face. Like the first thing Brian says is like, he says something about like these kids get in trouble, gonna turn their whole world upside down face.
Yeah.
And then and Stewie just stops and like stares.
Turns the
Fucking
sound.
kills me.
That is good.
That's brilliant.
Kyle, the snake.
All right.
You are a snake.
I think I'm gonna go 2 value picks here if I can find this damn chart.
Do you need me to send it to you?
One of them
No.
is.
Okay, I'm gonna go for $3. Joe Swanson.
Good pick.
Love Joe. Just all of the cripple shenanigans he gets into. I don't want to do too many spoilers, but my favorite episode of all time is whenever Peter opens the restaurant up. It's called No Meals on Wheels.
He doesn't want the handicapped people.
Yep.
Come in, and they form Crippletron whenever they attack it. It's fucking the best piece of writing I've ever seen.
Crippletron, that's right. They all like form together.
And they have like hands. And they shoot people in wheelchairs.
Yeah.
Peter's restaurant. It's brilliant.
I love. I think it's the episode Stewie kills Lois and he's holding Brian hostage and he like makes Brian go drive him somewhere. He's like, "What?" He's like, "What?" And like Joe's like mowing the lawn. He's like, "Wait, tell Joe he looks nice." They're like, "Hey Joe, you look really nice." "Well, thanks, Brian. That was really nice." Now tell me he looks ugly and he's in a wheelchair. It's like, "You look ugly and you're in a wheelchair." It's like, well, that was a bit of a downer.
It happens. They do it twice, I think, because
Twice
like
now.
whenever he comes to the door, it's like the same kind of thing. He's like, "Thanks, Brian. Like, that's exactly what I need to get through my day." He's like, "I'm just kidding. I hate you." I don't hear this.
Yep. You're ugly. Something like that.
That shit is so fucking funny.
That is so funny.
He's probably like the most fun when people make fun of somebody on that show.
Yeah. He's so necessary. He's just a necessary.
What?
He's a necessary piece to it.
Kyle, you have another pick.
Max said, "Shut up, Ward."
Yeah. Okay, Ellen.
It's a fair point.
I'm gonna go $2 here. I'm gonna take Dr. Hartman.
Love Dr. Hartman.
I don't want to botch any of the quotes, but just like the way he always like is saying something wrong, like is wrong with Peter, like the one where he like just breaks his foot and he's like, "Well, you're never gonna walk again." It's what you would say if you weren't in this wheelchair for 2 weeks. Shit like that.
Those are good. Yeah.
And then one of the best episodes ever is centered around him, and that's when he gives Peter the prostate exam. And
And he gets him fired.
Yeah, that's a good one. And then the one I really like of Dr. Hartman is they have the Then They Were Fewer, which they go to they go to James Woods' house.
That's a
One
great
of the best.
episode.
And he goes, and Dr. Hartman's like, "Oh, Meg, I haven't seen you in such a long time." It's like, "Oh, do you remember Meg?" It's like, "Oh yeah, I did it. I did his pelvic exam, if I remember correctly." And he looks down. He's like, "No, yeah, that was you." He's doing that, and then he checks the pulse later on in it. They're like, oh, he checks the pulse, and he's like, oh, they're dead. And then the fat pile of cookie dough in the other room in that episode. And then they come back in, and he's like, well, I don't know. I'm not usually good with that. I'm not always good with that. But I could have messed that up. He could have been. Yeah. He's got some killer lines.
He does. He's absolutely brilliant.
Ward, you're up. You
I'm
have
up.
spent $7.
$7 spent. Man. You brought it up earlier. I'm just going to go with James Woods.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Just because the episodes that he is in are all centered around him some way. I feel like a lot of the other characters on the list, it's like they kind of fill in every once in a while. It's never the greatest episodes when it's like them featured. So James Woods is number.
James Woods is a home run every time.
He is a home run.
He's so
every
fucking
time.
funny.
You gotta just love like the whole everything behind that, right? Like James Woods, who's like a pretty serious actor, was in some pretty big movies throughout the '90s and stuff. Like to see someone like that get on board with Family Guy and like have a sense of humor, I think that just like makes me happy.
So funny.
Have you seen the episode with Ryan Reynolds where it's actually Ryan Reynolds doing his voice and he moves next door to Peter for a movie? That's where he's living and he's like gay for Peter.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
So good.
It is great when they do that shit. James Woods. Yeah, like that same one we were just talking about. That episode is hilarious. But like the piece of candy. And then
Piece of candy.
The one day, it's like, meet me outside. There too, you little piece of stool.
Andre, why don't you have a pick?
I want to dip into the value box here. This is like the $3 DVD bin at Walmart. I'm gonna go with Death.
Good pick.
I like it.
It always sucks that they, Norm Macdonald didn't stick with doing the voice because he did the first couple, maybe just the first one, but
it was so
either way,
yeah.
Same thing. Like when Death's in the episode, it's centered around him, and man, it's fucking hilarious.
So good.
Sure. It's always Peter getting into some hijinks and like fucking up in a big way.
My favorite Death episode actually doesn't. The scene that's funny doesn't involve Death, but we talked about it's the one where he goes back in time and like is supposed to dance with Lois at the country club, whatever, but he keeps fucking it up. And whenever the first time he fucks it up, he goes and like dances with he's with Cleveland at the club. And I love this. I guess I could have brought this up for when somebody picks chicken, but he bumps into the big chicken that he always fights with. And the chicken turns around, he's like, oh, and his buddy's like, hey man, let it go. You'll probably never see that guy again. Yeah. It's just like so stupid. Like I don't even necessarily love the scenes where he fights the chicken, but like that scene just cracks me up so much. It's like,
yeah, for sure.
Why? Like what makes them put that in? But it's so fucking funny.
See, I don't lose it over the chicken scenes, but like they do with everything, they just drag shit out way too long, which they get on board for it.
Yeah, like a legitimate Conway Twitty song.
Yes, that's exactly what
like the entire song is on there.
So ridiculous.
Like, when is this gonna end?
My third pick, I'm just gonna complete the trio. I'm going with Quagmire's dad.
A root toot tooty to you too.
I forget the first episode he's in when like Quagmire's meeting his dad's all his Navy friends, and they're like, "Yeah, your dad had the best seaman in all the world." Like one guy comes in real quick, like, "Your dad's gay,"
because they all have like innuendos, and the last one just.
Your dad had the best penis in the military.
Look, now I'm in a bit of a pickle now. I need to figure out how. This is gonna be tough. I may just have a 4-man squad when it comes down to it, because I've spent $11. I'm jumping into the $3 bin and I'm grabbing Mort. Mort fucking kills me.
Mort
is so funny.
The When You Wish Upon a Jew episode is one of the sneaky, great holiday episodes of anything.
I love the one episode where Peter's supposed to have sex with his boss, but he doesn't want to do it, and he has more in his pants. He's like, "All right, Mort, you can come out now." He's, "Where's my $2?"
Because they're like, but what, Peter? You cheated on your wife. He's like, oh no, I didn't. It was Mort who had said. Oh wait, there's
He's
more
like,
here.
oh.
He like pulls him out there.
You get this in there.
I want my $2. Yep. That's good.
Dwayne, you are up now.
I got some money to spend here, boys.
I do not. I know who I'm going to go with my last pick, though.
This one's just again, he's a secondary character, but it just cracks me up. I'm going Mr. Herbert.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Good pick.
He's so fucking funny.
He is so fucking funny.
Who doesn't love a good child molester joke, you know?
Not me. I do. One of my favorite episodes with him is whenever he gets in the old pedophile competition with the guy across the street who just happens to be German over Chris. And then the final fight scene is the old German guy putting on his old Nazi uniform, Herb putting on his like American military uniform, and them just having a fight to the death. Crack me up.
So this
that's one of the ones that they drag out. One of those
Yeah.
fights where they have that music going the entire time, where they're like literally falling asleep on the couch and like, up, and that's
So this is like one of the newer episodes from this season. The Griffin's house burns down, and like they all get out, and like the fire, like the entire town's like standing there, like watching their house, like fire people try and save it, and they're like, "Oh my God, where's Chris?" Herbert runs in, saves them, drags his like passed out corpse to his house, and Stewie goes, "Yeah, he probably deserves to do that." And then I just cut away, but it's very funny.
Oh man!
Can any of you do the voice well? Because I love his dog Jesse. Whenever
I
he
can't
does.
whistle my S's.
Yeah.
Can't JJ kind of do it?
Yeah, JJ can. Mark Summers is really good at it too.
JJ was very good at it. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Ward, you're on the clock.
I'm on the clock, huh? I got some money to spend, but I mean, I don't really want to go in the $4 range with who we got left.
Yeah.
You know, I swore I wouldn't pick Meg.
Dude, I love Meg. I think that's great.
That's what I mean, though. That's the tough part because she's crucial, but I also don't want her on my team. Who do we go with? You know, I'm just gonna do it.
You gonna take her?
Give me Meg.
Give him Meg. No, it's a good pick, Ward.
She is just the catalyst for the funniest shit that show has ever come up with.
Yeah.
Shit, like ridiculous. Like a very underrated one. I was just watching this one the other day, but Peter does the rodeo. So he goes into the rodeo and he's practicing on Meg and Chris before he goes in there for the.
Is that the one where Meg goes to jail?
Yes.
That's one of my
same
favorite
one.
episodes.
So that episode, Peter wrangles her up like a pig or whatever. So he brings her outside and he's about to brand her, and he pulls the pants down, and it's an AW on her ass. And Adam West comes in on a horse. He goes, "That there is my steer, Griffin." And he rattles her up. It bolts out. Oh my God. That there's my steer.
How do they think of this shit, man?
I don't know how they do it, but they do it.
Oh my
fucking
god.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
I was bursting out laughing at like
They're
1
next
o'clock in
level.
the morning. My neighbors must have thought it was psycho.
Dude, that one is one of my favorite episodes.
Holy shit.
So
Yeah,
funny.
I think like you said, like it's tough with Meg because it's not her that's funny. You're usually laughing at her expense. But like
It hurts.
like you said, that's some of the funniest moments
Oh,
in the entire show.
they have to be. That shit was
Kyle,
funny.
the snake. You have, or Dr. Hartman was $2.
I got $5 left.
You have $5 left.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Chris Griffin here.
Ooh.
I'm surprised you're still on the board.
I am too. I mean, Seth Green is really hilarious as Chris Griffin. I am sure he's just like absolute moron, but he's an important part of my favorite episode, which I'll probably get into later. But
Yeah, we got to keep at least a few.
He's a moron in a way where you don't get annoyed. Because Andy and I have that problem with like characters in TV shows. Like example, Andy Dwyer. I know it's gonna upset people. I don't care. Andy Dwyer is too stupid at times.
You guys, because you guys said
It's
that.
like
I never even thought about it until you guys really said it, and then now if I go back and watch it, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, it's like don't be so dumb. Like Chris is innocent.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, you're right. Like Andy Dwyer's like over the top. Chris
One that's not one of my favorite episodes, but still pretty funny, is whenever him and Peter get married, and they go and like elope and become like a national news story about the husband and son who got married.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
good.
I do remember that one.
So Kyle, you have $1.
$1. All right, I guess I'll go greased up deaf guy here. Just a staple. He always comes at the important moments in the shows too. Like I think he's in the 420 episode, which is one of the best ones.
That's my favorite. I'll just say that right now. It's my favorite episode.
Such a good one.
Mhm.
But yeah, greased up deaf guy's been a staple of the series for several seasons now. He just pops in every once in a while and says hello. And the deaf guy voice is perfect.
You'll never catch me.
So Ward, you have $3 left.
I have $3. I'm probably. I mean, I'm gonna be saving a few dollars.
Wait, aren't? Oh, never mind.
I'll be saving a few bucks, I guess,
You have $3 left too, Andy.
because we don't have any more that are open in that $3
Yeah.
range. So I'll be saving some cash. Chicken. I'm trying to think.
We put this kid on the clock. Holy
Just go.
shit.
I mean, I guess I gotta go Cleveland.
You gotta go Cleveland.
Yeah,
I'll go Cleveland. I'll go Cleveland. The Cleveland show sucks.
Cleveland just sucks.
suck.
The joke.
My only problem is that Cleveland changes so much throughout the series. Like, even just the way he because like in the early ones he talks like real slow and he's like, "Oh, Peter," like, you know what I mean? And they changed him a lot to give him like more personality. I think. And I think that's why, because they were like setting up for the spinoff. But I don't think he deserved the spinoff, and I don't like.
Quagmire should have been the one that got the spinoff.
So
Yeah.
So strange thing about the Cleveland show is like none of us thought it was funny, right? I think I'm at an 80% success rate for the black people in my life thinking it's hilarious. Like
Really? So
Yeah,
that was,
that's
actually
I'm
plays.
happy they didn't have Quagmire as a spinoff.
Because that would still be going on.
Yeah, no, he was still needed in there, but yeah, I can see that. He does have his funny moments, and they do have it at his expense too, which are good ones. I can't really think of any real good ones off the top of my head.
I can. It's actually one of my favorite episodes. It's when the Cleveland show's still going on, and it's when Cleveland comes back and they try to find the funniest joke.
Yep.
And they like drive down to Virginia and like they go to this like castle or whatever. I forget the context of it, but Peter stabs Cleveland in the stomach with a pencil, and it makes me laugh every single time.
that is a really funny episode where they have like all the secret agents guarding the world's jokes.
Yeah.
It really is a good episode.
Andrew, you're up, guy.
I have $3 left.
$3 left.
I'm gonna go with my man Bruce.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Bruce is great. I love. I think it's the episode where Peter has the mustache, and
A classic.
Bruce he walks by Bruce, and Bruce is like, "Oh," and he calls like his boyfriend. He's like, "You'll never guess it yet, Peter Griffin. I know." And It's just so funny. I don't know why. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just his voice is just great. And,
I love when their house is like cursed because it's built on the Indian burial ground, and they have Bruce come in and talk to the spirits, and like the spirits that
Yeah.
like, well, I don't think that's anybody's business but mine.
Well, you and
I fucking love that. I know exactly.
my father should just hang out together. And that's what he says right after.
Like, hey spirits, how's it going?
Bruce is definitely way better than the $1 bargain bin. He's a great.
$2. He was
He
$2.
was $2. He
He
was
was
$2.
$2.
No, I know that's what I'm saying. He was priced just right, being
Oh.
like kind of a character.
My last pick, probably not a popular pick, but I don't care because I've always liked him, and he really only has one episode around him. I'm going my last dollar spent on Jerome, the bartender.
Jerome.
There you go.
Makes me laugh.
Well, he becomes like he ends up being the permanent bartender right after they
Yes.
replace.
With
Yeah, he
Horace was the old
kills
bartender.
the other
Horace.
bartender in the softball game.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
And does he replace Cleveland as the black guy in their crew for like one episode as well?
Yeah.
yeah, but he dated Lois, and Peter's not cool with it.
Yeah,
That's right.
nah,
Because
I
he like
remember that's
so,
the plot that I remember.
Lois is like choking.
He comes in, he's like,
So he goes over to do the Heimlich maneuver on her. He ends up like 69ing her. It's pretty funny.
It is really funny.
All right, Andy, you have $1 left.
I don't. Can I just save the dollar and go buy myself a McChicken?
Sure,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Okay.
Good deal.
I like that. I like that idea.
I like my team. We got a strong starting five.
Ward, are you gonna use your last dollar or two?
You know, this is a wild one, and I'm just actually looking at the screen over here, and this has got to be in the $1 range because we definitely didn't have him on the list. But I'll put my last one on Rush Limbaugh.
Oh man, his
Oh.
episode so
Rush
funny.
Limbaugh.
Wow.
Because the episodes he's in are absolutely hilarious. Like the Star Wars episode where he's the thing that in the pit in the Snarlack whatever Snarlack pit. And
Yeah.
he's like, no tax dodging Jedi in my pit. He's like, it's a religion, it's a write-off or something like that. Chris says back to him, that's a classic one. So I'll do $1 on Rush Limbaugh.
Can you guys think of any other minor characters that would have been worth $1 now that we're through the draft?
I mean, John
Who's
Chicken
the
was still
one
there.
guy that works at the one like convenience store who kind of looks?
Oh.
Oh yeah.
The
he knows
movie
all the
nerd.
movies and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Santa? He's around in a couple episodes for a lot of the Christmas ones. And
Oh,
he's-
I think
super depressing ones.
Brian's old girlfriend Jillian's pretty funny because she's so.
he is really funny.
Jillian
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Lois is like talking about her pending nuptials for like her upcoming wedding. She's like, "Oh my god, this is a really thin bra."
All right, so the teams. Ward, the only one with 6. He has a 6 man. Kyle's
6-man coming off the bench.
Kyle's team. I like Kyle's team. It's Peter, Joe, Dr. Hartman, Chris, and greased up deaf guy. It's a good 5.
Good team. That's a good starting
Wow.
5.
Ward's is Stewie, Tom Tucker, James Woods, Meg Cleveland, Rush Limbaugh. Another strong team. Ward was very good with his spending. He went
I went bargain hunting on
I
spend
love
big
the
money
Rush
early.
Limbaugh pick.
I got my heavy hitter. I got my heavy hitter, and then I went a couple role players.
And he is Mayor West, Carter, Death, Herbert, and Bruce. Mayor West and Carter.
Fair
are
West
two,
is too
they're
bad.
two of my favorites.
Those
Herbert-
are the best
Just
$4.
real quick on Mayor West too. Whenever they do like this, I forget the episode. I think it's the one where Lois is boxing, and she gets the key to the city, and Adam West is like, "At party at my parents' house tonight. They're not gonna be there." And then they show up to the event. He's like, "Oh shit, my parents! The party's kicking off!" And he's like freaking out about it. Everybody scattered. Party's off.
Oh god.
He's so funny.
My team. I spent all my money on my first 2 picks. I went Brian, Quagmire, Ida, Morton, Jerome. I like my team. Solid team.
The Quagmire family.
Yeah, getting that trio was big.
That was nice.
I was really hoping to get Stewie and Brian because, like Kyle said, I love those 2 together. They're so funny. They're the best.
Killer. Yeah, for sure.
So we're going over favorite episodes now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't have a top 5, but I'll give you 1 or 2.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you a few that just come off the top of my head.
My favorite is 420. That's my favorite episode.
Yeah.
Like how it all starts out. They kill Quagmire's cat. It's like his big bloody mess. Peter's blacked out driving. They pull him over. It's like, oh, just have a bunch of empty beer cans, bloody corpses in the back. You're fine. Like Brian's weed falls out. Small bag of pot. Small bag.
Yeah. That's right. Dude, all the episodes where they do drugs are fantastic because they have them for like pretty much every drug at some point. Man, they are just so funny.
That one too. At the very end, the very last line in it, Quagmire comes up to the door. He's like, there's a $20 reward if anybody can find my, or $50 reward if anybody can find my cat." Peter goes, "I killed your cat." Takes the door on his face.
But
What a great way to end it.
Episode it is. It's like this is like that one time Peter was on ecstasy. He's like, "Brian, your fur is so soft." He like takes off his clothes and gets naked and starts rolling on the ground.
His eyes are real huge, aren't they?
Or when he's gonna stop drinking. They're trying to get him to stop drinking. And so he's like, "All right, I'm done drinking." Comes into the living room. Brian comes into the living room. Peter's sitting there. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "Crack." Got a crack pipe in his hand. He's like, "I thought you were." I was like, I quit drinking." He's like, "Yeah, well, this isn't exactly a healthy substance." And then he goes, "Government took my baby." After he does it.
That's great.
Kyle, your favorite episode?
I think this one's a clear one for me, and it probably will produce a lot of quote memories for you guys. But steroids, whenever baby goes and starts taking steroids, but also has the best side plot of all time too, when Chris starts dating Connie D'Amico like as a prank, and then becomes a kid. And the jocks doing all the gay jokes in it never gets old to me. It's like,
yeah, that's hilarious.
Hey, let's corner the nerds and show them their penises.
Yeah.
That, and then just that whole episode's so funny with the Brian, "Where's my money" thing.
Yep.
Stewie calling him B-. The whole episode is just so funny.
Man, that's all the same episode?
No, I think the "Where's my money." I don't think he's on steroids for that.
That's
But he tries to like go down the stairs and Stewie's like, "Oh."
That other one is one of the best episodes though. The one you're talking about, where he breaks his legs and like shoots him in the knees and all that shit. That's the one Peter plays.
That's the one with Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's the one with Tom Brady.
That's a
great episode.
He's like, yeah, because he bets on Doris Leachman fighting Mike Tyson, and he keeps getting up. He's like, "You're not that strong, young man." That's right. He ends up eating it. I
want to call your mother, young man.
Put 20 on the Leachman or put 20 on Tyson or something like that. I forget.
Cloris Leachman.
Oh, that's right. That's why he owes him the money. I forgot. It's like celebrity boxing.
Yeah, celebrity boxing. You're going down, young man.
The one where Peter gets a stroke, super funny. Like when he crashed his car and the rowers are going by, stroke.
That starts out as the mustache episode, doesn't it?
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
And also the episode where Stewie infiltrates the high school as a kid and wears short sleeve shirts under long sleeve shirts.
Yes. Oh my god, if he says one more cool thing. I don't even care. I don't even care. He's like, oh, that's great.
There's 1,000 good episodes.
That one too also has the a boop and a boppy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the mustache.
I have a mustache. I can speak Italian. It's like Peter.
All right, so before I say my favorite episode, I was thinking about someone mentioned the episode where and it's good because I think it's like a two-parter where like Stewie kills Lois and then Lois kills Stewie the next episode. And I love at the end of it when she finally kills Stewie, or she's about to kill Stewie. They're like in that. I think they're in Mayor West's office.
Yeah.
And Peter busts through the window, and he's like, "It's just been revoked." He's like, I've had all these generic punchlines I've been waiting to use. He's like, wait.
Brian's
he like pulls out
didn't
another.
really set you up for that.
Yeah.
And then he goes, what
revoked.
does he say after that? He goes, I'll have what she's having.
Yes. It's so fucking funny, man. I love that. As far as my favorite episode, though, I love, and this is why I drafted Death. I love all the episodes with Death, but the one where it's like his and Lois's anniversary. He sends her on like a big, long, elaborate scavenger hunt, so he can go golf with the guys. And they play through a storm. He gets struck by lightning and dies. So that's when Death comes. And then I think Death, it's kind of like a like Christmas Carol type thing, right?
Yes.
Where like Death like takes him through. He has to come to a realization in order to like come back to life. And then finally he does. It's just a great episode. And like the end, because it shows how this part's actually funny. So like whenever they first meet, their song is like, "Ooh, baby, I love your way." And the way because they're just like making out in a field, and there's like a big there's something they do that causes it. There's a big ass accident, and that song's played on the radio.
Yeah.
But like they throw in, like the one guy is like eating peanut butter and the other guy's eating chocolate, and like whenever they matches together.
The cop eats it.
Officer Reese.
Yeah, Officer Reese, exactly.
Kills them both.
It's just like such a stupid, unnecessary thing that they add in. It's fucking great.
It's so unnecessary. He
Yeah.
got his peanut butter in my chocolate.
Aren't they like concrete too? Like, he got his chocolate in my peanut butter.
They're just laying there dead, like they both came through the windshield.
Yep.
Oh
So
god,
good.
it's a great episode. It's a feel good too. He makes it all right. Who sings that song? I can't fucking think of it. It's
Big Mountain.
no, it's the
Peter
guy
Frampton.
Peter Frampton. That's it. And he's sitting there because that's like Death does a favor for him. He gets Peter Frampton.
Yeah.
So I forget which episodes they're in, but like they might be my two favorite flashbacks. The one with this is like a Mel Gibson apology. He's at a press conference.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry that the Jews are so cheap and have big noses.
Oh my god.
He goes, "Your number one dirty Jew fan, Mel Gibson."
And then the other one where they're like, this is like that time we're at that party with Michael J. Fox. And Peter was like, nope. Well, Fox just told us we can't go. We can't use this flashback because it's too inappropriate. And wait, we're going to. Okay, I guess we're using it. Michael J. Fox is a waiter holding the table off.
That was good.
And it spills it on Peter. He's like, oh, come on.
The other Michael J. Fox one that was great was they cast him as Zorro.
Yes.
And they go to the wall and it's all squiggly. It's like he left his mark. He left his insignia. And it's like all squiggly.
Oh my god.
Too good.
Dude, the new episodes are still good too because I've like
Oh.
caught up on the new seasons. Like they still bring the heat.
See,
Like
that's what I have to get back on. I haven't really been watching the new ones. I just
Yep.
replay like the season 4 through like
7.
11, or
See-
like something like that.
And-
I'll just replay them.
Kyle, the clip I sent you guys of Peter beating the shit out of that kid in karate, like that's from this season, and that scene was so funny.
That's great.
I'll
I
send
mean,
it.
their cutaway game's the best of all time. Like
Which one?
Incredible.
Which one?
their cutaway game, they'll always be funny just because they can just go on those little side tangents because they're a cartoon and put whatever they want in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's like-
My favorite little Peter moments is whenever Lois is like, I forget what I think she asked him if he wants, does coming to my book club sound like a good idea to you? And he just goes, oh, okay. And breaks his
Yeah. He comes down the stairs and he's like, what are you guys doing? Oh, we're a book club. Come join.
That's what it is.
Now, Andy, this is a question for you. You are because you grew up with The Simpsons. Are you more of a Simpsons or Family Guy kind of fella?
Yeah, it's tough. Like, Simpsons are very nostalgic for me because my dad loved The Simpsons. I used to always watch it with him like every night. So I just have fond memories, and it's a great
I
show.
like
Like,
The
I
Simpsons.
fucking love it. And it was like the writing and stuff. Like, it's very intelligent. Like they do a really good job with their actual stories, but Family Guy is just way more laugh out loud funny. And like
Yeah.
like nowadays, if it was like to pick between those two to watch, I'm picking Family Guy, but I'll always have love for The Simpsons.
I've nothing. Hey, The Simpsons paved the way for Family Guy. That's just
Yeah,
fact.
I mean, dude, like they're
Oh,
still
for
making
sure.
seasons. It's been fucking
30
years. Like
Yeah.
any
Like, that's
show.
just
I mean,
something-
even Family Guy's probably been
It's-
close to 20 now, right?
Yeah.
I want to say Family Guy started in '99.
Yeah, I think I was
Yeah.
thinking like 98, 99. Like
Got canceled.
you just
Yeah.
tip your cap.
You got
You
to
just tip your cap. That's all you can do.
tip it.
I see. I'm much more of a Family Guy person, but again,
Yeah.
I respect. I
You gotta
respect.
respect
Simpsons.
it. You have to
Yeah.
respect.
No, how,
I just Simpsons has never made me like cry laughing, like holding the sides of my stomach where I can't even move. Family Guy has like multiple times where I'm just like,
Literally,
holy
yeah.
shit.
I've actually cried.
I've
repeating-
cried during Family Guy.
I've cried repeating the things to you guys tonight.
Yeah.
Like, that's how funny it is. It's like
That's yeah.
so you just
That's
imagine
what I
if I'm
meant. It's,
sitting by
it's way more
myself.
outrageous.
Yeah.
Way more outrageous.
One cutaway. Like, this is like retarded whale saying goodnight to everyone. Okay, this is a quote, so don't be mad at me. It's like a retarded whale saying goodnight to everybody. Good night, good night, good night, everybody.
No way,
That's
you
the,
mixed it up. It's
that's
the
the
retarded rooster.
It's the rooster.
It's the whale that does it, though, isn't it?
Rooster.
The whale. There is one with the whale where he like jumps out of the water. I can't remember what he says though.
But the one
But
the one you're quoting is the rooster one.
That one's definitely the rooster because that's also one of my favorites. I
That's
forget what
right.
the whale does. The whale, like, he jumps out, then he's like flopping.
Because we watched at your house the last night you were there. It's you, me, Parnell, and Ramele, and we just
Yeah.
started dying.
Dude, that's one of the best ever. I also love the one. It was like they're watching sumo wrestling, and they're like, "Sumo tonight, brought to you by Asian
Oh
Tricks."
yeah.
And it's a fucking like Asian ninja tricks rabbit. He's like, "You share." He like jump kicks the one kid in the face, and
He
snaps
kills
his
them all.
neck, and then
Yeah.
takes the tricks.
That
Oh my
is such
God.
an early one too.
That's one of the that's like one of the first ones I remember. Like,
yeah, for sure. That's
That's-
one of the
that's
first
probably the
ones I
first
remember
thing.
watching.
yeah.
That
You
shit.
share. Huh. And he
You
just-
shall. Yeah.
I love when Mayor West kills the Noid in his office. That one makes me laugh.
Oh yeah.
So funny.
dude.
It's
Just a
Oh,
classic. I fucking love Family Guy. I hope it never goes
The
away.
cat scene where they're all like throwing up violently. That one still gets me.
Oh yeah, and Lois
That
comes
was
in at
great.
the end. Who wants chowder?
it was Chow. Yep.
It's the little moment when Brian's like, "Hold my ears back, it'll
Yeah.
help me." And he holds his ears
Yeah.
back and throws up on top.
It's on his head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't they do they take like laxative or something?
They take
Yeah,
they take
Epicac.
something like that. They take
Epicac,
Epicac because they're trying to
Just
see
like-
the last person to throw up gets the piece of the pie.
They're just like
Yeah, that's right.
they take them and they're like, "How's everyone feeling? Feeling pretty good."
It looks like I'm gonna.
Oh,
And
I was thinking about some of my favorite episodes. The Then We Were Viewers probably up there as
That one's so good.
That is-
I think we all agree on that. So I'm gonna go a couple different directions with this. The ones that really like kill me these days is the intro, like the very beginning of episodes. So the one hilarious one, and I got a two-part here. The first one is they do the Justice League. So they do the Justice League intro, and they go, Peter is Superman, and they go Lois and Aquaman, and then they go Batman and Robin and Meg. They're all there in their uniforms, and then Meg is just standing there, and they have that one. So that's a killer. And then also the second Star Wars episode that they have. So the second
I love
episode,
the Star Wars ones.
episodes are definitely up there. So like the last one wasn't as good. The first two were great, but the second one, the beginning of that episode, right before they go into the text screen there, they put a long time ago when the gays weren't all up in your face about it. And that one kills me, dude. Every time I see that one, I laugh hysterically. A long time ago, when the gays weren't all up in your face about it.
Oh my
Fucking
god!
funny. It's so good.
Brilliant.
Oh man! That's what
Where do they come up with this shit?
how they get away with this.
No idea where they come up with that.
Oh god!
One of my favorite Meg scenes is the episode where they're getting robbed and Peter has the baseball bat. She like comes down like, Dad, is everything okay? What's going on? What's going on? He's looking at her. They grabs her in the face. Meg, you startled me.
You startled me.
Oh,
They show all
man.
the flashbacks to one episode of like Peter being mean to Lois or being mean to Meg whenever she goes into like a coma, and that one is in it. And then so there's like 2 or 3 things he's like tripping her and all this shit. And the last one, Meg comes up, she goes, "Hey Dad," he just literally shoots her with a gun.
Yeah, that's right.
It's right after he does that one though, and then he just blatantly shoots her with a gun. He's like, "Oh, I haven't been right by my daughter."
I love the pick his nose, pat her on the head. Proud of you.
What's there's the one, I want to say it's the one where they have like the panic room, and
That's the one. Oh yeah, I know.
Love
right,
that one.
like, I think the kitchen like fills up with water.
Name
and
the burglars.
Yeah, and they,
No, the one that fills up with water is that coma episode.
is
but
it the
the
same
one
one?
No, different one. The one with the robbers is the one they have the panic room.
Yeah, that
And
one.
Meg is in the
I'm-
kitchen. Yeah, and they have charges against her.
Okay, the one I'm thinking of is when it fills up with water.
Yeah,
They like send her to the fridge or something to get something.
Peter
She,
wants
like-
to get a sandwich.
She's like drowning and she passes out, and he's like, "Come on, Meg!" She's sitting there just sleeping on the job. Like, napping, like.
Lois, you were right. You were right to criticize her. I would just went in there. Meg's taking a nap underwater.
The panic room one, the robbers downstairs. I think it's a combination of them both because I think he sends her downstairs to get a sandwich in this situation too.
Yeah.
The robbers like capture her. He's like
Mixing them up. I think that's.
Very similar.
and then the robbers like are like they put up a whiteboard with writing on it. They're like, "We have your son." It's like, that's our daughter. Right back, really?
Yeah. Absolutely hilarious.
I still can't stop laughing at a long time ago when the gays weren't all up in your face.
Dude, too funny. I
I'm
honestly
gonna
turned
watch
that one on.
after this.
I turned it on just for the intro because it
Yeah.
is the fucking funniest line I've ever seen, and then nobody says it. It's literally just across the screen real quick. It's too fucking funny, man.
Oh, when they move to Texas, that's a pretty funny one because that's when they have the cow branding, and the cow puts the ball gag in his.
Yep.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah.
He attacks himself.
Oh yeah. Wait, that reminds me of another good cutscene. Fuck. Is it another animal getting the massage? I know I've sent you this one, Connor. You know it. Or maybe it's an actual guy getting a massage, but he's like, lower, 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 on top of Dude, I fucking...
That is so good.
It's either an animal getting like massaged and rubbed, or it's a person.
It's like
It's
guy,
a
I'm pretty sure it's like a big beard too.
It's a
He's-
person.
It is.
It's their principal, and he goes on vacation.
It's so fun.
And so, like, the cutaway is like somebody's teaching the class. It's like Peter's teaching the class or something like that. I'm pretty sure. And it cuts away. It's like, oh, or your detention or something like that. It's the teacher. I'm pretty sure. Lower, on top of the rockets.
Another one of my favorite episodes, Fat Guy Strangler.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Peter, the fat guy's anonymous meeting at his house. He's like, find your penis for $1. One $1 for your penis.
What's the
He's
back
like-
scratcher is a classic with him yelling shit out.
And fun fact, the Fat Guy Strangler, voiced by Iron Man.
Wow.
Was that Robert Downey?
Sure.
That's
It
was.
is, isn't it?
Really?
Right, it is.
Because I think he's in 2 episodes.
Yeah.
He does it for the first time.
So he only does the one episode. So he doesn't do
I
that
think
second.
he's in 2, but I know he does it for at least the first.
Okay, because I know the second one you're talking about.
Shout out Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
I do think the most creative episodes are very clearly the Stewie and Brian ones. Like, he writes a whole musical, like, for every single one. But my 2 favorites are the one where they go back in time to World War II to kill Hitler.
Yep, that's
They
exactly.
run it like Mort Goldman's great-grandfather. So good.
I'm literally
And
putting
Oh
that on.
yeah.
Road to the Multiverse. It gets kind of trippy.
I
But-
do like that one.
That was on my list.
The Disney animated one, and like everything's so nice and pleasant that at the very end, everybody in Disney just turns super anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
Yep, we
No,
should
that's
stay
it.
here.
That's one of my favorite
Stay here.
episodes. I love that one.
Yeah, for sure.
That is a great one.
I'm looking at the steroids one right now. The picture on like the intro to that episode is hilarious. It's just him standing in a mirror. Oh,
Oh my god.
that season. I'm just looking at season 7.
I think 6 and 7 are like the
Killer,
best.
dude. I Dream of Jesus. The Bird is a Word song.
Wow.
Road to Germany.
Road
The
to
two
Germany
Brians,
is
the
fun.
2 Brian's episode, I think, is actually pretty funny. Like, they bring the new dog in and Stewie cuts him up after. Do you remember that one at all?
That
Oh,
that's
that's
just
right.
the Big Stewie one though, and I love that one.
They show him dragging the garbage bag out to the.
Cut myself up, put myself in the garbage, and it's like the note that he leaves. The dog.
Yeah.
leaves. That's a good one. The 3 Kings. Those were a few that I
Nice
was
fake
talking about.
Oh,
Like
you're not even paying attention.
the Stephen King adaptations. They do the Stand By Me.
Oh yeah.
Andy, favorite of Andy Gianta, Stand By Me.
Love. Yes.
Misery.
Yeah, they do that one. They do
Shawshank Redemption.
Mystery. Yep. Oh, Shawshank's a good one too.
Shawshank is such a good one.
Remember when he's like,
The first words he says to him.
yeah,
Is that the one
vagina.
we're gonna go with? The first 2 words he said to me, it just happened to be to me, vagina boob. Watch it.
Vagina boob.
That's a good one.
Vagina boob.
What else?
It is brilliant. It's so good though. It was the first time I watched it in probably over a year today. I just every time I like don't
year?
watching,
You
I'm just like
Outside
holy
your mind. Have you
Yeah.
lost your mind? 'Cause I'll help
That's
you find
nuts,
it.
man.
I haven't
I don't
gone.
When was the last time you sat down and watched like 10 Family Guy episodes over like a 2-day span?
Yesterday.
Like this past week, I watched like all the new episodes.
Maybe
I
not
guess you
10,
just
but
need
yeah,
to watch
definitely.
The Office
Yeah,
and
maybe
Entourage all
not
the
10.
time.
I'm not awake for a full 10. It's literally a lullaby to this point. I
The
turn it
problem
on
is
to
that
fall asleep.
they took it off of Netflix, and I don't have Hulu. So, like, I used to watch it every night before I went to bed, but
Hulu.
now
Hit me up for my Hulu, man. I'll give it to
You can like find them on the
I'll
internet.
trade you Disney Plus or something.
I got that shit too. If you, I'll just give it to you. I'll just give you the
Fuck
password.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I want
Wait,
to watch
you have-
Parasite.
I'll give it. I'm a fan of the show, so I'll give it to anybody on this show who wants it.
Ward, have you
want-
seen?
if you want
have
Hulu,
Disney
you got
Plus.
it. Huh?
You have Disney Plus, you said.
I do. Yeah, I have
Have
Disney
you
Plus.
seen Onward?
No.
It's so good.
Okay.
I might
I'll
watch
put
it
on the
tonight
list.
if you ever stop
Dude,
talking and let me get out of here.
You'll cry. I cried. It was great. I don't even care if people know. That movie's so good.
I'll definitely cry. I cry like every movie I watch.
Is it on Disney Plus? It went straight.
It-
Like, it's not releasing in theaters. It went straight.
Yeah,
to
it
Disney
got
Plus.
fucked.
Wags will back me up. He also said it's very good. I think it might be Chris Pratt's best movie.
Wow.
Do you think it's your favorite Pixar?
Dude, it's up there.
Really?
I don't know if I can say it's my favorite, but it's really fucking good.
Is that a hot take? You think
I'm
it's
not
gonna be a
saying
hot
it's
take,
my
then?
favorite, but it's like it's creeping in. It's definitely top 10, creeping in top
How
5.
many Pixar movies are there?
A lot.
Have you guys done a list on Pixar movies?
There's just right there.
You can do a draft.
Could do a draft.
Yeah.
That
I
might
think
be.
we did all Disney movies with Pixar included, like 64 team one.
I just know we talked about it in our movie endings. We talked.
No,
About
we did. You did Disney characters. I don't think we did Disney movies though.
Not Disney.
No, we did do
Okay.
Disney movies. That was the first one we did. That was way back when.
Yeah, I think that was just me, Connor, Cody, and Tommy.
I was in school for that.
Oh, that was for the other pod.
Okay.
That was the Thomas O'Malley going
First
on the
round
run.
we ever did. That's when you and
Right.
Tom fought over Toy Story.
Yeah, we got heat. It was Toy Story 3. We got heated over.
Oh man, that was a hot topic. That was a hot topic in our first episode.
Yeah. The ending's good. It just would have been funny if they just died. That's all. That's all
Yeah.
I was-
Not funny. Could have been a more fitting end.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Like, Kyle, we'd be singing a different tune if we had a better Toy Story 4 viewing experience.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that is a good movie.
It is a good movie.
But I don't know if because I haven't seen it since, and I'm like hesitant to watch it again because every time I watch it, I'll just know like.
Yeah, that guy really upset. We've gone into that
PTSD.
too multiple times,
Of that
but
moment.
fuck that guy forever. I don't care what his issue was.
Yo,
That
his
was
family
my
ditched him. His family
last
ditched
bad
him.
movie going experience, and I've been on like a hot streak with movies for like 2 years now.
That
Was
might
that
have
at the
been the last
Monroeville
movie I
theater?
saw in theaters.
No,
What
we
theater
saw
was
it at the South Side, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in if I'm not gonna get the super nice seats in the waterfront, I'll make the trip out to Delmont because I never have bad experiences at Delmont.
Great theater.
You
Delmont
can't pay
is
me. You
fantastic.
can't pay me to go to Monroeville. I'll never fucking watch another movie there.
No.
And Southside's hit or miss, but
I
try to
like
avoid it.
Southside.
See, I'll always deal the money for the expensive seats. It's
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
it's
dude,
worth
I would pay $40. It's
every single time.
so fucking awesome.
Andy, last movie I saw was with you. It was 1917, which was an unbelievable
Yes.
movie-going experience.
Okay, so I
That was
I should have seen that in theaters, huh?
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
even bother watching it now.
No, still watch it, but just know
Yeah.
it's a theater experience.
I can see it.
Yeah.
You need
That's
to
such
see
a bummer.
surround sound and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But definitely still watch it. It's a great movie.
Yeah, I will.
Dude, I love going to the movies. That's like the one thing I missed. The
I
quarantine.
can't
Me
remember the
too.
last movie I've been to.
It's probably Toy Story 4 with me, Kyle.
I was thinking it was that or Endgame, whichever came out more recently. but
I saw Endgame. Was
those
the
were my last two. And I don't even
Yeah,
like the
Endgame was
full
the last one.
movies.
Endgame was fucking great.
It
I
was.
was on a huge movie going binge this past summer, and all of them were hits. I saw Endgame, saw Lion King with Andy. That was fucking great. We dealt over the fucking cash for that. I saw Aladdin by myself, and that was maybe one of the best movie-going experiences I've ever had in my life.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was weird going to a movie by myself, but
No.
then when I actually did it, I was like, man, this is.
Dude, going to the movies by yourself is the best. I love it. Prefer it, actually.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
But yeah,
Andy, when are you going to show us how Johnstown does it? By the way?
Not tonight, Bubba.
wow.
And Andy looks like he's ready.
I don't have any beers in the fridge.
I'm sure somebody's got a beer in the fridge.
No, I got a White Claw.
You
Why
can't
not,
chug
dude?
claw.
Why not? Like water.
I don't want to drink.
Andy, how many times is Johnstown going to be making a representation on the show like this? Yeah.
Oh, he's doing it.
Peer pressure, baby.
What peer pressure my word?
Johnstown does it, Andy. Get back down, man.
Can we tell the background of the story first?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Share
You're
the
our storyteller, Andy. You tell.
One of our friends at college, I won't name any names. He hooked up with this girl who went to Johnstown with us, and she was from Johnstown. And they were hooking up, and like before she went down on him, she was like, "Want me to show you how Johnstown does it?" And she gave him head. So the next day, he's like telling us this story. We're cracking up, and then like the next time we were drinking, we were in the dorm room, and I was like, "Hey, you want me to show you how Johnstown does it?" And I just like chugged a beer. It's kind of evolved into this thing where like I would just come down, like even now I'll be like, "Oh, what'd you say? You want me to show you how Johnstown does it?" Okay. And then I chug a beer, and like it even
passing joke.
Yeah, it's been like even shortened to just Johnstown. So like I'll be sitting here and somebody be like, "What's that, Andy? Johnstown." I'm like, "Oh fuck!" So then I have to chug. So it's kind of
not many times you can refuse it at this one.
But see, there's even times where I'm just like standing next to you, Andy, and you'll just look me out of the blue and just go, "Johnstown," and then just chug your beer. Like I won't even say anything.
It's just a funny like good way to
that glorious day. That was week one. That was week.
Oh yeah,
one
that was
Fuck.
That was week
it's
one.
just a fun way to motivate myself to chug and get drunk.
Whatever works.
What a year! What a year that freshman year was.
Show you boys how Johnstown does it up.
Hell yeah.
Wait, before we go, since this was a Family Guy centric episode,
He's almost done.
Jug.
Did you do it?
Yeah, it's cold.
We should do the top 5 of our own Family Guy characters. Just how we are, just our favorite characters. Just nice top.
Holy shit, another top 5, dude. What the fuck?
In order, like who are your 5 favorite Family Guy characters, Andy?
I guess it's probably Peter, Stewie, Ryan, Mayor West, Carter Pewterschmidt.
I think that's perfect. I think that's perfect.
I don't know if it's that order necessarily, but that's
Yeah.
I think that's the order too.
I make one change.
You're taking out Brian because you hate Brian.
I'm not. He's just not in my top 5. Like I understand he's a big part of it, and I do love Brian, but I'm putting Quagmire.
I was gonna say Quagmire.
That's the only change I make, and it's honestly like.
I think that's.
We've talked about this obviously. Brian is right outside of it, but Quagmire to me is funnier than Brian. Brian pisses me off in too many episodes. I don't know what it is.
Brian.
It just his attitude kills me in a few episodes.
See, Brian.
That's a fair sub.
Yeah, so that's the only sub I'm making. That's the only substitute I'm making.
Brian's just liberalness is just so fucking funny.
It is. He's
Not that I'm taking political sides, anything, people.
Stewie making fun of Brian is also a huge part of it too. Brian, whenever he goes back in time. The one episode, it's like the Valentine's Day episode or something. Stewie's going back. And he's like, "Oh, you going back to the '70s? Can you get me some Coke or something like that?" He goes, "I'll give you a rolled up newspaper on the snout," and he hits him.
That's one of my favorite things about Brian is that although he acts like a human, they still make sure to instill those dog characteristics. You know,
yeah.
That's always just that's great.
The one episode where he kills another dog. Where Brian kills another dog, and then they all make fun of him for thinking he's going to get charged at the end because it's just a dog.
Yeah, they just don't care. They're like, "Big deal, Brian."
Peter literally puts a knife to his neck or something like that. He's like, "I could kill you right now." and nobody can say it.
Yes.
I did not like when they killed Brian off. I was not okay with that.
Yeah, that was
Dude, that
rough.
was like the worst episode ever. It was so
There was
sad.
there was like 5 episodes without him in it too, or like
Yeah,
there
they
was probably
tried.
like 3 to 5 episodes or something like that.
And that other dog they had in replace of him, like he was fine. Like, but that's
Yeah, I
it.
didn't hate him.
He was
No, I
just
didn't hate
fine.
him. It was big shoes to fill. Like he was never going to stand a chance.
No.
So like the lines weren't funny enough. He did have a few funny moments, but nothing I can really remember. But yeah, that was pretty rough. 5 episodes or whatever it was.
Well, folks, we've gone. I don't even know how long, but I feel like this is a good note to end on. Ward, appreciate you coming back on. We'll have you on again soon. Andy,
Please do.
you'll be on Saturday probably. Yeah, you will be on Saturday. Not even probably. Fuck myself.
We don't have another bracket, do we?
Oh, we do.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, we do.
Wait,
Oh,
is it the one that Oris told me about?
I don't know because I have it. I haven't looked at it yet.
Okay.
Oh, is that a Bay Hill hat,
good
Andy?
for that one.
What?
I didn't realize you had the Bay Hill hat on there. That's nice.
Yeah.
Give me a little turn to the right. Oh, yeah.
Well, right there she
Love
is.
it.
Wow.
Does anyone have any
Yeah.
takes before we go? Any scorchers?
What?
Mm-mm.
Kyle's thinking of one. I had one, but then
Okay.
drank a little too much and forgot it.
I got nothing. Let's go to bed.
Well, I'll see you guys
Good
later.
night, boys. Nice talking to
Good
you.
night. Thanks for having me.
Titties.
Vagina boob.